listening to Unlaced, a triathlon podcast. I'm your host, John O'Newland, along with Jimmy, Oversized Load Newland, and Kane, Ladderman Reisner. We are here to entertain you through your workout, not teach you how to work out, but you might learn something along the way. Timed it pretty well.
What's up?
That was really good. That was really good timing.
I was feeling it out. I remember the fade. So, all right.
I like it.
We got names. We got Oversized Load and Ladderman.
So I'll start. Oversized Load. My
They're
car.
both related.
They're both somewhat related.
Kind of, yeah.
My car is currently in the shop because something that was supposed to be a small problem ended up being a really big problem.
An oversized
So
problem.
It's my work car. And so the car they gave me now is an escort vehicle, which is an Impala with a big yellow sign on it that says Oversized Load. So I'm driving that around for the next week. Yeah, I have an escort car that's for an oversized load.
Yeah, escort for like the trusses that.
Yeah. For escort, for
on the
trusses.
road, the oversized loads.
Yeah. So I got the big yellow sign.
Can you turn the lights on?
Says,
can you just have it flashing all the time?
I could if I wanted to, and I have a CB radio in there.
You just call out, move along.
Yeah, go yell.
Oh wait, not
harass all the truckers.
How many would you pick up in the area? I don't even know if you'd have that many. All right, Ladderman.
So my name is.
Oh, this is so bad.
There was a photo that was sent around. No, so I borrowed a ladder from Jimmy to hang up my Christmas lights, and the ladder was past its prime. Yeah, old aluminum ladder. We had it extended like all the way. It was like a 20-foot extension ladder.
Yeah, Kane's got 20-foot walls.
Like a 20-foot ceiling, so it was extended all the way to 20 feet. And it was a little bit rickety and a little bit scary. And at one point we had it leaning up against my brick on my house, and there was like 3 inches of give before it would have like fallen right through.
It was in the middle of an arch, so the top of the ladder was barely hanging onto the bottom of the arch.
I was
not
like,
only that.
Pictures.
John was like, send me pictures, and I was like, this is way worse than it looks too. He's like, don't send pictures. don't send me more pictures.
That was scary.
The worst part was that the only thing holding Kane up from not sliding down and collapsing to the regular height of the ladder was 2 very rusty
quarter
bolts.
20 volts.
Yeah, there was if either of those sheared, it would have been a big mess.
Well, the angle you took the picture from, I thought you're holding the ladder, but then I was like, why are you taking a picture while there's only 3 inches holding on the wall? I thought you were stabling, and then you took a picture from like way to the side, just so in the open. Just left him dangling.
Yeah.
I'm not a big heights guy, so that was
I'm surprised he did that.
Not very fun to hang those Christmas lights.
And then when he was at the top one time, I usually step on the bottom just to secure it, and I'm like, I try to push up. I try to take some weight off, whatever weight I can off of the bolt, the 2 bolts. And he's like, wait, something's wrong. I'm sinking. And it was
I was at the top.
He was at the top.
3 inches. Dude, I was at the top of the roof, and I see the rungs of the ladder start to move down. I'm like, what's happening?
This was different. This was when it was against the soffit, so it was a little different. It wasn't in the arch. But it was because I was standing on the bottom and the ladder was sinking into the ground. So that's why the sinking was happening every time I stood on the bottom.
But in my mind, the 2 feet that hold that second or the rung, the extension rung out, I thought they were like failing.
But still, it doesn't matter. Regardless, you're taking away from Kane's the 5 inches he might have had. Now get turned into 3. You only have 3 more inches of sink left.
There was more. There was more at that point. It was funny though. He's like, I'm sinking. I can feel myself sinking.
I've had to carry ladders like that. I don't want to speak incorrectly, but it was like a 30 or 40 foot ladder. I don't know if those are.
Wow,
I don't know. It was
a 30 or 40 extended. Yeah, I think that's a.
It was so bad. I was working on a 3rd story when I was doing some construction, and I had it by myself, and I was like swinging it around, and it was all the way up, and I'm at this super nice house, and I'm like, this thing's gonna fall, crash into a window, and I was like holding it all by myself, slapped against the wall, and it was just. You get up halfway and you're just like on a trampoline. So terrifies me.
It was like 15 foot, like full, not extended. Like
no,
15 foot.
It was fully extended. I was moving it. It was so bad. It was so heavy. And
I would
like
carry-
I leaned a little bit. I was like, oh shoot. And I like leaned heavy into it.
I would hate that. So my job today was to carry Kane's ladder when he'd get off. I'd carry it and remove it and like set it up. And there was one time I was carrying it and I stepped on something and rolled my ankle. As I was carrying, it was fully extended, and I was like trying to balance it.
I looked over mid ankle roll and I see the ladder like leaning way off to the side. I'm like, oh no.
He ran away. He's like, I was wondering if I could run 20 feet away fast enough before that thing collapsed on me.
He's trying to get out of range.
Yeah.
Jeez. I just watched that take place. It's awesome.
That was fun.
But the lights are hung. They look great.
You're finished?
So I've got to add some more, but this is the first year that we did lights in this house at all. So we're just kind of playing around with some stuff and figuring out what looks good and what makes sense. So now that we've got the base layer on, it's time to expand upon this. And
we were gonna,
like I said, once you look at it, you'll see more ideas.
I wanna get into lights. We didn't do any this year, but that I sent you the video, Jimmy. I don't know if you saw it, Kane, but they have that one house had these Christmas lights set up that had a radio station you tune to, and then their whole house and display was going to that song, and it was like, wow, it was so cool. You just park, tune it in, and you're just watching.
I feel like that's a $2,000 to $3,000 setup at least.
Oh man, they had like one of those trees where it's just like the light strings up and their whole house and all these a bunch of decorations in the yard.
It's really cool. If you know how to do it, it can't be that hard. What I told
my
Kane,
big thing. I'm not gonna have anywhere to put that crap.
What my big thing was like, just start small, and then if you start small, you'll start seeing things you want to do. That's how mine has grown over the years.
Light bulbs,
I started like Kane did, just along the soffit, white lights around the soffit, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then the ideas grew as the years went by. So I'm hoping to grow every year a little bit.
The dollars rack up quick. I mean, it was 7 strings of lights just to do around my upper gutter line or soffit line.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
We got some uplighting inside that you can turn to any color. So we have green and red in our house now.
That's pretty cool.
Something. Yeah.
If you break it down year by year and get a little bit each year, then you build on it.
A year.
And it's not like right now I'm at the point where I buy like a few boxes of lights a year and like a yard ornament or something to put out there. And it's only, so I'm about 150 to 200, a year now for decorations. And it's just adding on to what I have.
So now that we're in middle of, what's your guys' average temperatures there every day? Middle of winter.
It's started cold and
middle,
it warms up in the day. So it starts in like low 20s maybe.
Yeah, the highs have been like 32-ish.
Okay, it's not much different. We're like in the low 40s, so we can dip and we'll get down to the 20s at the start of the day, but we'll heat up to like 40.
It's honestly good outdoor running weather.
Yeah,
which is something
I've vest from you.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to grab that. I've never run like in winter. I've always been like, nope, lower than 40, I'm not touching it. But yesterday, 2 days ago, I did a run in 20 some degree weather, and it was nice. I was comfortable, and I didn't have that much clothing on either.
You mean less than 40? You wouldn't go out running?
I wouldn't run. Yeah.
Oh, outside.
Right.
Yeah.
And usually it's the reason it's not too cold. It's that you bundle up too much and you get too hot. Kane, when I was over there earlier, showed me this hat he got, and it's a running hat, and it looks like perfect amount of material. And he said it keeps you warm the whole time, like perfectly warm the whole time.
Saucony running hats, they're super nice.
Usually I'll wear a chuck.
Saucony? How do you pronounce that?
Saucony.
I don't know.
I always did Saucony.
Saucony?
Saucony?
Saucy.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Sauce.
I'd always go out with like a full chook, and then like within a half mile, I'd take it off, and I could never. It'd be too cold, too hot, too cold, too hot.
I haven't heard. We were just talking about different words. And chook out here, nobody out in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Then when I get done, my nose runs, so I need a Scotty's.
And yeah, that's right. That one's more known. I don't know.
More known.
More known.
What's a Scotty's?
A Scotty is a tissue.
Or a Kleenex. Or
I think Scotty's is way less known
paper.
because it's Scott brand. Yeah.
The Scott paper. Or
our grandpa worked at Scott paper.
Give me a Scotty's.
And then, so that's what I always knew it as Scotty. I didn't even know it as tissue.
I
probably knew it as Scotty's way before tissues.
Yeah.
I don't say Scotty's anymore. I say tissue, but which, part of my past ripped away from me, but.
Well, on that note, we'll get started here. We got a couple segments. First one, a fun one that, what movie start last? It was last time, yeah. Last podcast was first time in.
Yeah, the Tri Trivia.
Yeah, so first time,
Right
second
on.
time for Tri Trivia. Oh, I need to get. I gotta. There we go. Tri Trivia time.
Where are you? Okay, we're gonna go right into it. Okay.
Yeah, let's go right into it.
I thought you were gonna run. I thought you were gonna give a
Powered
rundown.
by River.
What was that at the end of that? Was that something talking?
It was like a.
It's a
It
demo.
was, yeah, it was a demo and it lists over the top. So,
All right.
Tri Trivia.
So Tri Trivia, Kane, you probably know this. Again, Jono, I usually pick bike equipment or bike parts because it's like
Easier.
I think you know less about bikes than the rest.
So you're gonna pick
the
a
rest of
piece
the-
of equipment, name it, and see if I can guess.
And
What
see
it
if you
is.
can guess what it is.
Okay.
And Kane, if you don't know, maybe you can guess. The
All right.
piece of equipment is crank arm.
Crank arm. I feel like that's self-explanatory. It's like the where the pedal goes on and where it attaches the bike. That's the arm that cranks.
There it is.
There. Look at
You
that.
got it. A lot of bike
Locked
parts
it down.
you can really get like
Yeah,
just
by
by
the decanter. I was trying to point that out to
Derailleur.
somebody the other day. And derailleur. That's what I knew. Decanter. What's that? What is
Isn't that the thing that
That's like when
The
you pour
coffee?
liquid into another vessel, like when you
Decanter?
decant
Wait,
like
is
a
that-
wine decanter. So
No,
that
there's something else with decant. I might be thinking Decatur. That's a spot in Georgia.
yeah, decanting is like
Decanter,
pouring liquid from
Illinois,
one vessel
is
to
where-
another vessel.
Yeah. Yep. You're
That's where
definitely
Trout
right,
was from.
Mr. Chemical Engineer.
now, okay, do you guys another quick question that's not related, but
Knew I
do you
heard it.
know what they call those cups those cups that they give ranch dressing in at Buffalo Wild Wings?
No, I don't.
I don't
actually.
either. I was trying to remember. I
Where
remember
did this come from?
I was trying to remember what it was. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I do. I do.
It-
I do.
'cause
I do.
When someone
'cause
said it, like I have a lot of friends that are like work at restaurants and
Shoot.
stuff, and they
yeah,
knew it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
I do
I've never
know.
heard that name before. That word.
When Hannah worked in Louisville, she was telling me they delivered.
I call it
paper.
a ranch cup.
No, the little. Oh man, I remember. This is frustrating.
Okay, I will.
A
I will.
sauce
Let's move on.
container.
I will find it. I will get the answer.
Phone a friend. Yeah. All right. Well,
A tablespoon.
all right. So we have. Well, okay.
container.
It was a derailleur.
Derail
Good thing
you.
I didn't approach the person and tell him, "Oh, your decanter's looking good." That's in place.
Sweet
What?
decanter, bro. That decanter is so clean.
Derailleur and crank arm, which I need that one. I'm trying to think other parts of bikes. I got one for you.
Hit
Cap.
me up. Cap.
Tire cap. The little piece of screw.
Oh, like the cap, the
yeah,
bell
I
cap.
was just making it up. I was trying to think of like a logical.
Oh my gosh, I can't
Name
remember
for
what
it.
that's called. Now it's bothering me. But yeah, you good work on crank arm. That was.
Crank arm.
It's going to be tougher. They're going to get easier, and you'll be
Well,
understanding them more.
You can do more non-bike part questions.
I've got a good one for next week.
Oh,
Ooh.
all right. All right, try to here. Well, I'd say we just go right into the next one.
Let's do
Question of the day.
Where's
Bum,
the-
bum, ba-dum.
You got to drop.
Yeah,
Question of the day.
yeah, here.
Powered by Riverside
Wrong
FM.
one. This one. There we go.
Question.
Jack,
of the
cut that
day.
part out.
Question of the day.
Oh, ramekin.
Ramekin. Yes.
Ramekin is the
Yep.
little plastic cups that
Little
restaurants
plastic cups.
serve like ranch in.
Shut the
Ranch, or
front
they'll bring
door.
like pickles in, or yeah.
Ramekin. Spell that, please.
Ramekin.
RAMICAN is what I was
Ramekin.
just texted.
Ramekin.
Ramekin. Ramekin.
Or it's like,
I've-
yeah, little cups. It
I've
doesn't
never
have to be
heard
the
of that in my
plastic
life.
cups. It's just like a smaller bowl, basically. Okay,
All right.
Yeah, okay.
move on.
Interesting.
Question of the
Question of the day.
day. Ooh, I like to repeat. This is a good one. This is a good one that should be helpful. How do you motivate yourself to stay consistent in your workouts? How do you motivate?
Ooh.
That's a good one. So, Kane, I'll have you start with that.
Just throwing it at me.
Throwing
huh?
at you. Well, Jimmy's been the more consistent on squad goals in the past and daily wake ups. So we'll save the
What are
best
you,
for
what are you trying to say?
saying he's
But I did fail
has
and
all
it
the
crushed
answers.
me on Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, the alarm or the lack thereof. Okay, how do I motivate myself to stay consistent in my workouts? I don't think.
Like, what are, I
Well,
guess when I presented this question, what are things that you do to set yourself up to be ready for your workout? I guess, like, what the spirit of the question is
see,
more that, like, what do you do
yeah,
to,
Passive discipline.
like
That's
you
what I
just
right.
told
call
me
it.
Well,
today. Okay,
that's
so for instance, today, what do you do for your runs? Like, how do you set your runs up so they're perfect? You said, like you set up your timing for your runs where it works out perfectly for your day.
oh yeah. So it's it's less about motivation for me and more about discipline. Because I mean, you're not going to be motivated to go. Well, I guess I don't know. I once you start working out and you get into a routine, it feels good
Maybe
to
it's
go work out every day. And that's
how
your
do
own
you keep
motivation.
yourself to stay consistent?
Yeah. So the
Yeah, I mean,
spirit of the question was more, okay. So today you told me that you run, you go home lunch, and then you fit your run in at lunch. Like, you set yourself up to run like that daily when you run. Like, that's a consistency
yeah.
that you have set up. Like, different things like that people can focus on to set themselves up to be consistent in their workouts is more
Yeah.
the
So
spirit of the question. I didn't know how to word
yeah,
it.
so that's like fitting it into whatever your personal schedule is. Cause like for me, it's been normally I'm a 5 a.m. guy, but after the marathon, I haven't gotten up at 5 a.m. once to work out.
I don't know why I laughed at that. So just,
So there's that.
It's got the case.
There you go. There it is.
this is a long day, and that CrossFit workout wiped me out. I'm a little tired. I wasn't like laughing at you,
Blind
making
in my
fun of
left eye.
saying you're 5 a.m. guy. I don't know why
Not
it just,
5
the
a.m.
way you
guy.
said it just struck it. It was just funny to me. Sorry.
So for me, normally I'm a 5 a.m. guy.
Bam. Got it.
Wait, not it. But I haven't been able to get up
After
at
your
5
marathon.
a.m. So
when was
yeah,
your
so
marathon?
after
How many months ago?
2 months ago,
2 months
almost
ago.
September,
Yeah,
right?
7
September,
weeks
late
ago.
September.
7 weeks ago. So what I've been doing is rearranging my schedule to fit my workouts in middle of the day instead of early in the morning. So at least I'm still getting my workouts in rather than
Dude,
just skipping altogether.
that makes such a difference.
Because once you fall off the track, it can be so hard to get back on. Like honestly, after the marathon, there's like a full month that I just didn't want to do anything.
didn't walk.
Didn't walk.
Full month?
I didn't walk. Didn't walk for a month.
Just roll around.
Call me Ivar.
So how do you prepare yourself then? So your answer is you shifted stuff to the middle of the day so that you could be more consistent. So you have the ability to work remote then, or you're doing stuff at work, or how do you make that happen?
Yeah, I've been doing remote work for the later hours in the afternoon. So I go home, have a later lunch, get my workout in on my lunch, and then work the rest of the day from home.
Nice. Yeah, when I worked from home, it was awesome. I would do the same, like over lunch or do like a late afternoon lunch and then get the run in summertime was a little bit hotter, but that helps a ton. So shifting from the morning to the afternoon. Do you do any evenings at all? Or I guess it's getting dark now, so it's hard to do anything outside.
Yeah, I've been doing some evenings. Like if I'm doing resistance training, weightlifting, I don't need to be outside for it.
Yeah, true.
So it's a mix of middle of the day and then evening workouts. And I think the other thing too is having a plan of attack for the week going into the week.
Yeah.
So that way you're not like making things up on the fly. Because otherwise it's if you get to the gym and you don't have a plan to go into the gym, you're like, well, what am I going to do? And you're sitting there trying to make up a workout as you go.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
trying to,
it's a lot easier.
Yeah. Or trying to plan out your workout for the next day, like right before you go to bed, trying to rush something and being like, oh, I'll do this, then this now. And
then you don't have a solid plan. Then you hit a wall. You're like, oh, I'm just done.
yeah, it's easy
less things
not go
to think
through with
about.
I'm tired of running.
So,
Which is kind of why I enjoyed marathon training, because honestly, a lot of it was, I mean, I had the plan, so the mileage was the mileage, but you go out there and you don't think about it. You just go run miles.
yeah.
And a lot of them are easy miles, so a lot of them are really easy runs.
Did
And
having
it
a
was
coach, did having a coach help you a lot with that too? Like a more to keep you on track?
I hired a coach 7 weeks out from the race, and I did 14 weeks of training for the race. So I have not a full picture of what a coaching experience would look like. So I think if I'm going to do another one, I would hire a coach to write
Full
me a plan
14.
for the full time that I would train for it.
Yeah, for whatever block you're planning on.
Because I think there just wasn't enough time for me to do the speed work that I did in the last 7 weeks. Because you start tapering down the last few weeks
Right.
anyway, so you don't want to, destroy your body. There's not a lot of fitness to be gained at
Right.
that in those later weeks.
Getness to be feigned. That one just popped in my head.
So for me, then, I mean, I like which one you said it? Like planning out your week.
Kane said it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, like that. Yeah, that's a great tip because that's something I do. So I'm morning. I don't have the time in the middle of the day to do it, and I don't have the discipline. And now that it's dark, to do it after work. I know I will give up after work. I will find excuses all day to not do it. So I always set myself up to wake up in the morning. I set my alarm for 4:30 and I put my phone really far away from the bed. So it's a really far walk back if I want. And it's a conscious decision if I want to fail.
That's a brilliant idea, though.
Friday I
That's brilliant.
failed because I forgot to
Strap
set
on
my
top of
alarm
it.
Thursday night. And so I didn't even wake up. I actually woke up on my own at 4:15. And then I was like, oh, good, 15 more minutes. And then I woke up again at 5:30 and I was like, wow, my day's ruined now.
So taking away this one failure day, how long of a stretch did you go with, like hitting your morning workouts every single day that you plan to?
It was over 2 months.
Yeah?
No,
Because you started
yeah.
it right
Well, you
after
said the marathon was 7 weeks ago. The marathon was like 10 or 12 weeks ago. The marathon was in September, late September.
Yes, that's correct.
October, November.
Was my math wrong?
I think so.
Oh
a
yeah,
little bit.
there's it's 3 months. It's almost 3 months away. Yeah.
So pretty
okay.
much after I did the half marathon, when you did the marathon, pretty much right after that is when I started doing the early morning stuff. So it's been like 2-ish months, and it kind of makes me nervous because I don't want that to happen again because I was on a good stretch. But I set my clothes up. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I lift, so I set my lift clothes up. I get my shorts and my shirt in the room, so I put them on. My sweatpants, my sweatshirt in the bathroom. Get all that ready going. And for Tuesday it's swimming, and then I get all my stuff, and I put all my stuff in a bag by my door in the breezeway to go to the car, so everything's ready. So it's my drink, my multivitamins, everything set up in the morning. I just get everything laid out well before I'm going to bed, so I know what I have to do when I wake up, and it just became routine instead of waking up and trying to think, because it's so hard to think in the morning. So if you make it routine, it's so easy to follow after a certain amount of times of doing it. It's just second nature. Everything is. So then the wake up, which used to be the hardest part, becomes like irrelevant. Like you don't even think about it because you're just going in your steps. You wake up, turn off that alarm, get your clothes on, get your bigger clothes on, get your drink, get your multivitamin out the door. Like it turned out to be awesome. Also, another thing is I have a good podcast I like to listen to on the way there. So it gets me excited to be able to listen to that. There's I get like a 15-20 minute drive, and that drive feels really nice when it's just a nice way to wake up with a podcast and just listen to people talking, just conversation. I'm not in it, but just having that making my mind move is really nice. Is it
Unlaced, a triathlon podcast?
Yeah, there's 3 dudes in it. It's a great podcast. You should listen to it a lot.
All right.
But yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. I need a good routine and I need a good plan throughout the week to get going. And now I have it all pretty much structured every week, so I don't have to think much about it. I just have to set up for it. So that's nice, taking all the brain work out of the think.
So one other thing that I did that most people don't have the option to do, but we retrofitted one of our garage stalls to a home gym. So we brought the entire gym to our house, which probably saved me from actually keeping on a good plan, because it was at a time in our lives where we were having a baby and work picked up like crazy. And when all the gyms shut down, you easily fell out of a weightlifting routine, or I would have had I not had the opportunity to move that into my house. So that was I guess another thing that would motivate me or keep me disciplined, was having the accessibility and the convenience of doing it right from home. It doesn't need to be a full gym. I mean, if you just had a set of dumbbells, you can do pretty much anything.
Yeah. Body weight is a huge thing too, that you can do.
Yeah.
What do you do, Jono?
All right. Well, I've thought about this a lot with even how to frame it. So maybe I should have framed the question this way, but I break it down into active and passive discipline. So active discipline being that I'm making that conscious decision in that moment to do this thing. Passive discipline is more structures I set up around myself in order to make the active discipline easier. So like what you said, Jimmy, of like setting up stuff all around your house, everything it's a passive discipline that you're choosing to put in place in your life, so that in the moment that active discipline is a little bit easier to do. So like the more we can do passively to set up around us, making that active simpler. So one way that worked really well for me, I'll just focus on this one because you both hit one, like prepping early, Jimmy, you were saying, or planning out. So just being thoughtful, and those are huge, but having some form of accountability with somebody else. So like for us, we do squad goals. That's a big one for me. Even just thinking like, oh, I don't want to say like, oh, failed them this week again, or whatever. But
it's honestly, it's made me work out a few times on days that I would not have.
Yes,
I ran.
Even if it's 1 or 2, I always do 1 or 2 more.
Yeah.
And it's just you two, and then like talking about it on the podcast is the only people who even know at all that I've said that I was going to do these things. And today I ran 6 miles to be able to hit it. And when I was like, oh, I'm not going to hit, because the week just got busy, and I was like, but to hit my mileage anyway. So I would say some level of accountability. One way that it really worked well for me is down when I was working out. This was about a year or 2 ago. I was in a group called F3, where there was guys that would meet 3 days a week, and we would go 5:30 in the morning to outdoors, rain or shine, to a park and do a boot camp style workout for 45 minutes. And you would tell people like, hey, I'll be there tomorrow, or they'll call you out, be like, whoever's leading it, like, how many's coming tomorrow? And then you have to hit that, like, you put an emoji on what they send, or you say, yes, I'll be there. And once I commit to that, then waking up in the morning, it was just like, yep, I committed. I have to do it. There's no question. It's so much easier to get right out of bed. So adding that social passive discipline structure around, where even if people in the gym, like if you have people you see regularly in the morning, and just be like, if you are friendly or whatever, saying seeing you tomorrow, like that just is an additional layer of like, oh, I told them I'd be there. I don't want to back out of that. So that's helpful for me, and probably one of the most helpful when I've tried to do on my own so many times. And I can maybe do it for a week or 2, but then if I'm not doing it in a community, then it really sucks. So that would be mine.
Yeah, accountability. That's a really good answer, because accountability is huge. Even like the CrossFit today, I had to tell Kane, whatever day I told you, Thursday or Friday, that we're doing it, or like when you told Lexi that I wanted to do it, so we're going to do it. Like I had to tell him early enough, because it would have been so easy for me to Friday night be like, I don't want to wake up and do that early. But once you tell somebody and put it written down, then you're kind of committed to it, or you're letting them down. Yeah.
It just adds those additional layers. And that's because it's easy to make a decision, like when you're comfortable sitting on the couch, it's like, yeah, I'll go. So it's you make those passive discipline moments. You're actively disciplined about saying something. So even like setting out your shirt, you're awake and you're like, okay, I'm setting these out, putting these in place. But it's like in the moment when it's a very tough decision, it's like I have all these other things put in place, whether it's to make it easier or people counting on me, like I don't want to let somebody down. And that's been the most successful way I've found to be able to keep consistent in workout, or changing the structure of your day if you're not able to hit that. So I think those are really good.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I mean, I think the idea of community, right, is what you're really saying, is building that community and being a part of something that's not just you out there grinding every morning at 5 a.m. with no one to talk to about it, no social interactions with people that are doing these same
and
things.
Nobody cares.
Feeling like you're on an island, right?
And
exactly.
that's a big thing. Nobody cares what you're doing ever.
Yeah,
right.
And
you miss your wake up on Friday. It didn't affect me at all.
Right, like, and no one. It affected me. Yeah, but right, nobody. It's not going to ruin your day. It's not going to. You guys wouldn't think twice about it. Like nobody cares, and that's the hard part of getting. But when, like you said, community helps you push yourself like that.
And the goal of those passive structures are to make you stronger for the active discipline. So if those are removed, but you have a regular repeating of choosing and being actively like, yeah, I'm going to do this, then you're a little bit stronger for that next time where some of those structures are maybe not there. So if you wake up late, 5:15, you're like, well, I can't go to the Y, but maybe I'm going to do something at home that I could do. I'm not saying you had to.
Or you forget to put your clothes out the night before.
Ruined that. I
just wake up.
That whole night ruined. That whole day was ruined.
You just woke up, you're like, done.
That was done.
The workout group I was in, They would call that fart sacking if you, because it's like your bed, your blankets are the fart sack, so you just stayed in the fart sack.
No, that's why I was really pushing for like that's why I was happy I actually had CrossFit to fall back on this morning, but I was done. And I was really happy that it wasn't an active choice of me turning. I thought at first when I woke up, I was like, oh, I actively turned off my alarm and then went back to bed. So it was a passive misstep more than an active failure for me, which made me feel a little better. Because at first I felt terrible. I'm like, now it's going to happen every time. Like I'll never be able to get up again because I turned off my alarm without knowing it. But now I did.
Earlier this week, I just sat I got up, got out of my bed. I didn't really have a big plan. I was just I wanted to go to a park, and I kind of had a workout in my head that I was going to want to try. Sat in my chair. I was like 2 minutes, and I was like, nope, I'm getting back in bed. I crawled right back in bed, laid down. And I was like, just
you fart sacked.
I fart sacked.
You're
this
a
morning.
fart sacker.
Dude, it was, but if I had a lot of those, if I had planned out specifically what I was doing, if I had someone like this next week, I have same park that I want to go work out at. There's a guy who he wasn't available this week, but we're both going to go next week. So I'm definitely not going to miss because I'm like, oh, all right, he's counting on me to be there. We'll go work out in the morning. So it's, yeah, I've loved thinking about that more and more because I'm not a disciplined person, and people will come up to me and be like, "Oh, you seem like a very disciplined person." It's like, no,
let me tell you,
I recognize that I'm not, and I try to put as much around me to make it easier to be disciplined. So when it's easy to have like ideas and thoughts and stuff, but put them in place when it's easy to say, yeah, okay, I'll do it. I'm comfortable right now, but when it gets uncomfy,
getting a concrete setup for it's good. And taking any brain think out of it or especially early morning when you have to do brain stuff, it's like, I just don't want to, like when because you're not in a good mindset to do it. And like making a workout that early, like when you're tired is like impossible to do effectively. And like eliminating any brain think you have to do in the morning is a huge step too.
Yeah. And then if I miss morning is the biggest one. I'd love to get it out of the way in the morning, start the day. It really helps everything. But if I miss that, just being disciplined enough in the evening then to like, okay, because I get home, it's like dinner right away, got the kids, want to help out with stuff. It's like, okay, I'm just going to go run right now. And that's what I've been doing more. Mornings have been harder for me. But I'm building some structures in place to work on that.
Yeah, sometimes you can't give yourself the option to think about these things and like think about getting ready to go work out. You just have to go put your clothes on. Don't let your brain wander and just go hit the pavement or go hit the weights or whatever your workout is that day.
That's why I like the morning. Yeah, the morning, because there's nothing else to do if you're up that early. I'm excited to see if I can carry this into nice weather for running, because it's hard for me to run after work. Even in the summer, I still did it most of the time. I didn't really not do it, but I'm excited to see if I can hold it and then wake up for running in the mornings like I'm doing now.
I'm really excited for spring, summer, early morning runs. Those were my favorite this whole past year.
Yeah, I'm excited to get that again.
Hardest
to try it, not again.
Of waking up early is going to bed early. I just stay up late, and then it makes that morning so much harder.
It's hard if your family doesn't want to get on the same schedule as you two. So like for me, like Lexi goes to bed at like 8:30 every night. Like that's her typical time. So for me, it's easy to go to bed super early, and then waking up early isn't an issue. But if your family's up till 11 o'clock at night, then you going to bed.
Depends on if Ashley's playing Fortnite or not.
If you put the kids down, like for having like kids too, it's like, oh, you put them down at 7:30, 8, whatever, and then it's like, oh, now I have an hour, and then I'd go to bed if I want to get up at 5. But no,
the nice
stay up till 10.
I had that thought process too. The nice thing that I found about it, so when I got into a good sleeping routine, it was after forcing myself for the first week, like to wake up at that time, because I would still stay up late in the first week, and then eventually I would force myself to wake up until at one point I was tired. But then I feel like I valued that hour. So the kids go to bed at 7:30, that I'd be like, oh, I got an hour and a half now. And I valued that hour and a half and made the most of it while I was awake, or just enjoyed it. I was conscious of it. Usually, like, especially at night when the kids are asleep, like the night can just get away from you, and you're just up until it's time and then you're up late and you're like, oh, great. Now I'm going to stay up late anyway, because I'm going to be tired if I go to bed now, from now to what time. So if you plan to go to bed at like, say, okay, I try to be in bed before 9:30, laying in my bed. And if I time that out after the boys go to bed at 7:30, that hour and a half to 2 hours is like awesome because I'm consciously aware of it, how much time I have left, and making the best of it the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of a fun time I look forward to then, instead of just letting the night get away and all of a sudden it's like, oh gosh, 12:30, I'm awake still. Like now I have to go to bed, and then I've struggled to go to bed and fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's really easy to sit on social media or just sit in front of a TV and
Scroll
all of a sudden
TikTok.
you burn up 1, 2, 3 hours.
Yeah. There was a point where I was not getting to sleep before like 1 o'clock before 1 o'clock. That was when I was really like hammering computer games though. So it was, and like all my friends are all up late and we're like, oh, one more.
Yeah.
one more.
Yeah. Oh,
and
it's
then,
so easy.
And then I got into I normalized it, and that was the worst. If you normalize being up that late, then you have no chance. You got to make big changes for big habit changes. So I think that turned out to be a really good question. I learned a lot from both of you.
Yeah.
Through it. I thought I knew what you guys did, but then Jono comes in with active and passive discipline. That was incredible.
Hey.
I like that. That was good.
Yeah, I like building little structures in my head. Trying to help me because I'm weak. I am weak. Need help. All right. Well, we have
Ukraine.
Oh
wait! Oh no!
That's a
That is a Seinfeld reference.
Seinfeld reference.
Oh my gosh. It's a Risk. Kramer said Ukraine was weak when they were playing Risk. And then,
Risk.
oh my
Board
gosh.
game. And a guy from Ukraine freaked out, flipped the board. Funny scene. Great show.
Please
That was
don't
a
cancel
quote.
me.
Not at all a reference to what is happening today.
Oh gosh. Okay. That was my bad.
In mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about me. I always
go.
think of references to TV shows I've watched. Anytime anybody says anything closely related, and I just spit them out. Nothing related to real life. Okay, that was bad.
I was like,
I know everyone stopped. I was like, "Don't you remember where that's from?" And then you're like,
did.
"Oh." And then
I didn't know how to respond to that, to be honest.
Well, I knew where you were going. I didn't know if you caught the reference, Kane. But
I didn't watch Seinfeld a lot, so
Okay.
I did
Yeah,
not
we watched
catch
it all
that
the time.
reference.
I caught it right away, but I was like, "Yeah, is that too soon? Too soon?" I don't know.
Oh, that was bad.
So great.
That was bad.
And on
All
that
right.
note,
On that note, a new segment.
This is my last episode. I'm gonna get kicked off the show. I'm gonna get kicked off the show. All
So
right.
we have a new one we call Over Under. I gotta find some Transition 5. Transitions aren't loading. All right, I won't play around with that.
this is sponsored by Riverside.
This is so Over Under. So basically, I will find race times and
From different
set the
Ironman
context.
races.
So different Ironmans or different potentially other races, other race sizes as well. But you're setting the context of what race it's from. We're going to set the age group of what age group did the race, and then you will have the finishing time of the top finisher for that age group. So we follow that, and then from there we will go and guess the average paces of the swim, the bike, and the run. So I will give you a time, and you will say you think it's over that time or under that time. So, for example, we will start this first
And this is
over under.
And this is a competition between me and Kane.
Yes,
We're getting
yeah.
keeping points with it.
There we go.
Game on.
Game on. So the first over under will be held looking at the Ironman Madison 2022 stats. So I pulled some of those stats, converted some of them, did a little magic, and we will look at the top finisher for the age group of 25 years old to 29 years old.
Wait. So how many different questions over unders are going to be asked?
It's going to be for the
keeping
three.
Score.
It's going to be
So,
over
okay, so
under
three
on
age
swim
groups.
pace, over under on bike miles per hour, and over under on run pace per mile.
Right. So
Okay, so it's one person
In each
for
age
three
group.
different.
Yes.
three. I have three different age groups, and we'll do so. It'll be total of 9 points.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So we'll
Understood.
ask for each one. So for the first, the age group of 25-year-old to 29-year-old. This is Ironman Madison last year or this year, 2022, and the finishing time was 9 hours, 51 minutes, and 33 seconds.
Whoa.
9:51.
9:51. So swim.
Sub
What
10.
do you think? This is, and we're going to do minutes per 100 meters for the pacing. What was the swim pace, or not what was? I will give you
Over
time.
under, yeah.
Do you think that the swim was over or under 1 minute and 17 seconds per 100 meters?
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, it's quick. All right. And show me your cards. All right. Both are over. So you think that the pace time is over 117
Yeah.
for the swim. You are correct.
All right.
Ding, ding,
What was it?
It is 121.
That's
So
still incredibly
his-
fast.
his swim
that's
time.
cooking.
So, and these are all males. The 3 age groups, I picked males as well. So 52 minutes and 14 seconds for 2.4 miles swim.
Wow.
All right, then we'll go on to the next phase. I didn't get transition times. Maybe we'll add that in the future.
Ooh.
But for the bike, he so yeah, 9:51, 9 hours 51 minutes was overall.
Yep.
So average mile per hour speed for the 112 mile race. Is it over or under 23 miles per hour?
I'm ready.
Ready? Ken?
Okay, I'm ready. Yep.
All right, let me see the cards. Jimmy says
Under.
over. Kane says under.
Under.
It is under.
What?
Yeah.
21 to 22 miles per hour. It was average
okay.
right in between those two. So it was like right under. But so his bike time was 5 hours, 25 minutes, 30 seconds for 112 miles.
Okay.
Gotta keep score here.
Wait, they gave you a range?
No, I think Jono did just his own math on it, and it was like roughly in that area.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
just
see.
that one.
I see.
He just didn't get the
I
exact.
didn't round it. I did between.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
So, all right. So then the run, this strapping young man's run, was average of his mile average time. Was it over or under 7 minutes and 7 seconds? Over or under?
Okay, I'm ready.
This is tough now. I'm ready.
See the cards. Show me the cards. Kane says over. Jim, did you? Yeah, over. There it is.
Over. Yep.
All right. So both said over. What do you think? You both are correct. What do you guys think that his average was?
7 minutes and 27 seconds.
I was gonna say like 35, 7:35.
7:26.
Oh!
Wow.
Nice work.
Wow.
So his time was 3 hours, 24 minutes, and 2 seconds.
That's fast.
That
man.
is
That's so fast.
The age group of 25 to 29.
All right, so that's
now we'll
25,
switch on.
29. What's it? Yeah, sorry.
All right, so we'll get a score recap here. Kane scored each one correctly.
3,
Jimmy
yeah.
missed the bike, so it is 3 to 2.
I'm up one.
All right. Now we go into age groupers 30 years old to
34.
34-year-old. I typed in 24. Confused me.
So this is the
So-
next group up.
Next group up, I picked ours. So me and Kane would fall into the 25 to 29. You would fall into the 30 to 34.
Shoot, okay, yeah. This is Ironman Madison. I completely didn't even think because I remember
How
James said
fast
the hills were
that
super
one-
steep and their downhill was like stopping because you had to turn corners, so you
Oh,
couldn't
so
even get the
bike-
full bike
The full
speed,
speed
on the
from
downhill.
Yeah. I know that's the context
Yep.
of where you go. So we'll look at here for the age. So your age group, Jimmy.
Yep.
Age 30 to 34.
Don't age me.
Don't age me. The
Don't put me
finishing
in
time.
boxes.
What do you think the finishing time was? Higher or low? Oh, okay. This could be a good over under. Yeah, let's do this.
Oh, ready.
Was it over or under the finishing
Nine-
time for the age groupers
9:51.
of 25 to 29? So 9:51:33 was age group 25 to 29. Is it over or under that age group? Do you think that 30 to 34 would be over or under? Let me see the cards.
Oh yeah, under. Ooh, split
You say
decision.
under? Think
I
they're
say
faster?
under.
Jimmy says over. It is under.
That's
They-
hard to. That's hard to
Finish. I know that one's really hard. That
What
was
did he finish in?
What
toss-up.
was the finishing time? Yeah.
So the finishing time was 9 hours and 37 minutes and 26 seconds. So about
Dude, that
Killed him. Killed him.
Yeah,
Wow.
13 minutes, 14 minutes.
Okay, can you tell me? Do you have the info up? Like, what was that dude's overall place? Or whatever.
Yes,
what was
I
his
do.
overall place in 30-34?
Oh, overall, yeah. I do have it up. Overall rank was 9.
Yeah. Okay.
Division rank was 1.
In division rank, in that rank,
So he
2,
finished 9th overall.
what was the overall rank for the second place 30-34?
35.
Okay, so it must have been like a
So-
pro or something. Like,
yeah. Well, no, I mean he was just he did good because the
that's
next
good context.
So the division rank 1, so top finisher for 30 to 34 finished in 9 hours and 37 minutes. The second place finished in 10 hours and 47 minutes.
Yeah. So I think that guy was
bit
like
of
a
an
pro
outlier.
or something. One of the pro. I don't know.
Or just a
Or just a really fast age group.
he's an age grouper. He's not because they have
Oh yeah, they have
where I'm
separate pro.
checking.
Yeah.
They have separate for pros. He's not
Wow.
pro.
That's
Yeah. So
right.
he's like that's like a outlier.
Yeah. But that was a
But that was
good
good.
toss up there. So Kane took a little bit more of a lead.
Well,
so
can we not
got,
count that as a
4
point? That's just a fun
4
one.
to 2.
That'd just be a
I
fun
would
one.
agree. That
That'd
could
be a
just
good
bonus question.
tiebreaker. I can leave it. Leave it. Leave it 3-2. That was just a fun one.
Yeah.
Let it be known, Kane won the bonus question.
He
The
won
bonus
up.
question. That's a
One
that's a
upped.
point for tiebreaker if it becomes tie. All right. So 9 hours, 37 minutes, 26 seconds. So faster time, overall time, than the finisher for the above age group. For the swim, was he over or under 1 minute, 21 seconds per 100 meters? See what I
I'm
did
ready.
there? I gave
Yes, I see what you did there. That was the time from the other kid.
yes. So you guys ready? Pop them up.
Are you? Okay.
Under.
Did you try to trick
so,
us?
wait. So I'm losing my.
Did you
train of
trick
thought.
us?
I didn't trick. I just asked a question based
I
on the
know.
time, and I just
He's
used,
over,
I ended up
isn't he?
using the other kid's time.
He's over.
He is
isn't he?
over.
Dang it.
So he's at
Really?
1 minute and 37 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, he's a slow swimmer. So,
So
he's
it was.
I mean, that's
one-
pretty fast still, but
Well, this will help you guys for the future
what
ones.
you're
then,
right, but-
the next ones. So
Slower
that
than
is
that.
1 hour and 2 minutes.
well, you don't
of
have to
swimming.
give the yeah.
For
You
the,
should be able to do that mentally.
Just add that out.
Kane has
Okay.
to. I did it mentally. Kane has to too. 1 hour
I
and
don't have
32
to-
minutes. I got it.
Yeah. 1 hour and 2 minutes.
That's what I said.
Yeah, 30. Just rounded by 30 minutes.
All
right,
man.
so-
let's go bike.
You were both incorrect.
Both wrong.
Both wrong.
Both wrong.
on
No
that one.
points.
So we're still at 3-2
I should
here.
have guessed.
All right, you can you gotta take here. So on the bike, was he over or under 20 miles per hour average?
I'm ready.
Yeah, same.
Remember, he was a slower swimmer
I'm ready.
than the last, anyway.
Are you tricking us again? I'm ready.
Okay, show your cards. Over. You're
Over.
both correct.
He's got to. He's got to
Yeah.
be a strong biker.
What
Gotta be a
what
strong
what
biker.
speed? What speed do you think?
I think 23.7.
3.5. Yeah.
So this is going to give you guys good context for the last one. He was 21 miles an hour. Average.
Again, it's Madison.
Yeah, it is that the hill and stuff. But still,
Dude's a
regardless,
runner.
for his
Yeah,
his
but
whole
his-
time.
His time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy.
So
Okay.
maybe I should have thought that.
Run to
out.
the go to the run quick before we think of no.
Yes, you're right.
Exactly. I
So
got
now the run. He got it. 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
it. 30-minute marathon.
Make sure that decimal is in the right place.
Oh,
That's-
300
decimal's
minutes.
Decimal's a bugger. All right. So for the run,
300.
was he over or under a 6:57 minute average? 6 minute 57 seconds.
What was his
per mile?
What was his overall time?
9 hours
9:37.
9:37.
Oh, he wasn't okay. 6 minutes 57
All right.
seconds.
So over or under 6 minutes 57 seconds. Sub 7.
I'm ready.
Over or under.
I'm ready.
All right. Let's see the cards. He was.
Ooh, he's both guessed under.
You both guessed under.
Yeah.
He is over.
Wow.
Really? How does that
6:59?
math check out?
7:03. So it's close.
Ah.
Where did he gain an advantage? That's like 20
I
minutes.
hope I did the math right.
That's
Let's
like
see.
20 minutes. I mean, we don't have
8,
to.
9.
I-
I'm not doing it.
yeah.
I'm doing it quick. Maybe I typed his.
Because the other kid was
Yeah.
22. You said between 21 and 22 miles an hour. And the other kid was a faster swimmer.
102, 518, 304. Yeah, I got them all right, but I did use that.
What was the
triathlon
other
calculator.
guy's, the younger guy's run pace?
726.
Okay. I don't know.
So
Does that come out to 20 minutes over a marathon?
He 20. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
324. The guy did for a marathon. He did 304.
Marathons
3
are
hours
long.
and 4 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So even like a slight discrepancy in the run pace is quite a bit. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see. I can compare directly. He did. Yep. All right. Well, so
So
Kane,
still down by
still,
one.
it's
Still
4
point
to
game.
3.
If
4
I
to
get it
3
right
going
on the
in.
overall and Kane doesn't, that counts still.
All right, I'm going to get. So now I'm not going to ask the same bonus question.
Huh?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I just I'm in and out. I just let that go. So 10, 56, 26. So 10 hours, 56 minutes is for this next age group. Bonus question. What age group is it?
50 to 54.
Oh, yeah. I think you were with me when I
Oh,
picked
was
it.
it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, sweet.
Didn't you?
No, you didn't tell
No,
me.
I don't know if you. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I did. Not.
That's what I was gonna guess too.
My reasoning,
No, but
I get the bonus. My
I
reasoning
was like, that was so fast. How did you?
well, my reasoning for that was that you would done old, but you wouldn't have done too old. And I think the 40-year-olds are still really good.
40
The 40-year-olds are still good, and 50s where it starts to drop off a little bit. So that's where my reasoning came from. But you wouldn't go
Still-
60 because that's too slow. 50-year-olds
Well,
can
with
still run
10
that.
hours and 56 minutes.
I'm sorry, not.
So you were just
I'm not
going-
saying still slow. I haven't ran one. I don't,
You were going off of my picking.
yes,
Thought
10:56.
not-
It's an hour
not
longer.
necessarily off of the time that you heard. I was trying.
Yeah,
to
I was
get you
going.
off the time you heard.
I was playing you, not the number.
10:56. So that age just finished. Let's see, the 30 to 34 number 2 finished with a 10:47.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's
what was
less than
number
10
2?
Number 2 for
In-
the
in
50 to
50.
56.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think.
Sorry, 50 to 54.
I think 40s,
Number 2 was 11:22. So about 30 minutes.
30 minutes past.
If
yeah.
they're not pro, I feel like age groupers, late 30s and 40s are the fastest.
Late 30s and 40s.
I think that's where it's the fastest.
Well, I
Yeah.
can tell you on Madison.
Well, let's finish.
Yeah. After I do this, no, I think that
Yeah.
30s
We finished
guy was 9. I
kicking
don't know if
butt
they
here.
reviewed it. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I got my bonus
All right,
point
all right.
because I guessed the exact age group.
Nope.
It don't count.
Well, it washed out with Kane's bonus point.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, so we'll go right into the swim then. So 10 hours, 56 minutes, and 26 seconds. So was he over or under 2 minutes and 15 seconds for 100 meters averaged?
Oh, this is hard because it's such a different time
Yeah.
now.
I'm ready.
And you're at the start. You're not getting any information. The swim's going to be the hardest one to guess.
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Over or under?
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Over. So you think he's over 2 minutes, 15 seconds? He is under.
Dude, I flipped it last second.
I did 2 minutes and 5 seconds
Dang it!
is
I
what his
flipped it
average
last
pace per 100
second.
meters was.
I'm an idiot.
Okay.
All right, so no points there. We'll move right on to the bike. Biking speed. Is he over or under 17 miles per hour? Over or under 17 miles per hour. Oh, I didn't tell you as you're thinking, the swim time was 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Okay.
If you did the math, which I'm sure you both did in your head right there. So hour 20 minutes was the swim time. Over or under? Let me see him.
Going over.
We got a split.
Ooh,
We got a split.
baby.
I had to
So-
try to take a opposite side.
17 miles per hour.
Over was the
He
easy
was
one.
Over.
Yeah.
19 miles per hour.
I had to try to take the opposite.
Yeah, that was the last
Yeah.
little give there. So Kane's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jimmy's at 3, so 5 to 3. This one's worth 5 points.
Oh yes.
It's just like the
This
draft.
is my game. It's rigged. All right, so down to the run. Well, actually, Jimmy, I'll give you a point if you can guess within 10 minutes what his bike time was. Go. Now.
6 hours
Don't
and
think
40 minutes.
No, 5 hours and 49 minutes.
Oh, I was an hour off. I was saying 5.
Yeah, you would have been 9 minutes outside of it.
Dang it! I
I
should
didn't
have
want
been
you to
five.
didn't want you to calculate.
I was trying to calculate
All
for
right.
the run.
Kane's been doing calculations for the run now. All right, so we have for the run is this competitor, ages 50 to 54, over or under 8 minutes, 5 seconds per mile.
Hey Kane, what's the pace you were trying to run?
5,
I'm ready.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let me see him. Both said over. And Kane is the winner of the very first.
Woo!
It is over.
Over under.
Over under.
So 6-4 was the final score.
No.
6-4.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a 9, whatever the 5 points. It was-
Okay, I would have
yeah,
gotten
6-4.
5, but I had well, I knew you were gonna pick the over on the bike. I had to try to match the points.
Right.
I had to
Right.
try.
So what'd you guys think? Pretty good?
I like
Pretty
it. That was fun.
good.
And it
I
gives
like that.
context to like how different groups do and how different people do and how that course
Yeah.
is. Because I wouldn't have known Madison's bike
What?
would have been that slow, but after James gave us context of the bike route,
Yeah, and the more I get on like these different metrics of like 100 meters or 100 yards, whatever, they're basically the same, or like miles per hour speed and stuff. The running to me, I have full context of more running background, but I
Yeah.
still need to work my way into the others. But it'll be helpful to know comparatively of like what I'm doing, being like, oh, I'm way slower than all of these guys and all my times.
oh
But no,
yeah,
I liked it.
me
That was
too.
fun. All right.
That was
Kane.
awesome. Congratulations,
done.
Kane.
Yes. Thank you. Wow. Is my trophy in the mail then, or how does this work?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're over it.
You can write Jimmy's cancellation letter.
Yeah,
That'd be prize.
you
I
can
like
you can
that.
leak the hidden footage to the media.
Of him saying it's not a Seinfeld reference. All right. So that'll move us into squad goals. Jim, if you want to take that over.
Boo! Squad goals. Wait, what was it? Squad.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Squad.
Squad. Jono last week had the squad goal of 2 high intensity interval training workouts, 45-minute session each at 5:30 a.m. specifically.
Oh, sorry. That was a note for myself.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to do it that early.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to start up a workout group similar to what I had in the past.
Did
so
you
that's fine.
do those 2 hit workouts?
Well, I went up the stairs a few times in 45 minutes. So depends on what you define as
How-
high intensity.
How
I did not.
wha-
Those 2, I did not set aside time to accomplish, and the week got away from me.
Hey, you
and
still have
that's
the
what
other
we-
half of your squad goals.
Right. That's what we went back to talking about.
Did you run
And
12
also-
miles?
I ran 15 miles.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I did go a little bit over. I did
It's
6
superstar versus half a star.
half star squad goal. Hey, another quote there. Jimmy, what's it from?
What? What did you
That
say?
quote.
That
What Kane
quote.
just said.
Superstar versus half star?
Superstar versus half star.
He broke in my nose.
Oh,
I
my
think
gosh.
he did it on purpose.
Oh, Lungs Yard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't. I knew that part. I couldn't think of it. I couldn't. Yeah.
Will you teach me the football?
Can't go on.
All right. So yeah, I got just half of those, but did a little above and beyond. So maybe 3/4 star. You know
Yeah,
what
there's
I'm
no.
saying?
It's not a star if it's not full.
It took me 45 minutes to run the second 3 of my 6. Does that count as one of the? I'm just kidding. It didn't take me that long.
All right. So
Although,
this week,
real
then-
quick, I was looking at your guys' elevation versus mine. And
Oh, now we're going to the elevation.
I'm just saying real quick, Kane, you had 39 feet of elevation
Uh-huh.
in a 4-mile run. How many do you think
Okay.
I had in 6-mile run?
150.
Couple hundred.
I had almost 700.
That's what I get in my bike.
That's solid.
Just saying it's hilly
That's
around
the-
here.
that's a solid
Wait,
amount.
but what's
That's
we're
a
not, but
I know it's 6 and 4 miles. I
what is
didn't really
what
care,
is
but-
what is calculating your elevation? Is it your Apple Watch?
Yes.
Okay.
Inaccurate.
No, I don't know what is it. You okay? Well, by how much? 100? Still not 39 feet.
700's a lot. I don't know. Like I just did a
Yeah,
bike.
I'm-
I just did a bike on the Wahoo, and I got to 700. But it was like
Fun fact,
it
Madison's
felt. It
about
was like a
4,500.
constant climb. It was a climb for like a whole hour. Like it was nuts.
whenever you come visit, we'll go out and bike and
I'm
run.
just saying, it took an hour to climb 700 feet.
Yeah, it took me an hour to run 6 miles.
Oh, yeah, you're 6 miles. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it's within range.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, but this
Within
week,
margin of error.
Yeah. Anyway, so this week, I want to do 12 miles again, but I want to do 3 of 4 at the minimum. 3 workouts of 4-mile runs. So I was kind of doing 3 as my base, and I want to increase my base to 4 this week.
I like it.
For the 12, and hopefully overshoot. And I will put back on to hit workouts 45 minutes because I have accountability this week. Guy who we're gonna be doing it at the same time at the park. So I have put in some passive discipline structure to hit that this next week.
Ah, love it. Love it. Okay, so my turn.
All right.
All right.
The mute button didn't hit at first. I didn't unmute, so I had to say it a bunch of times. All right, Kane. Kane last week.
It's me.
3 resistance workouts at 45 minutes each, and 2 endurance sessions. I don't know what that do 2 row workouts.
Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative.
Yeah, so I was gonna do row workouts because I was gonna not run outside,
So it
but I
sounds
ended
like
up
you
running
didn't do it.
outside
Okay.
instead. Yeah, so I did my 3 resistance sessions, and then I did 3 runs. So I would say gold star for
Squad
Kane.
star.
Wow. No, a superstar for Kane.
Hey, easy.
Superstar
Take it easy.
versus half a star.
All
know how
right.
your week ended up, Jim. Just kidding. Your one day.
That actually didn't hurt. That didn't
that's
hurt.
That's never a part of your squad goals.
But it
That-
also
that
didn't
was
hurt.
always- I know.
Because I did today. All right, Kane.
This week is going to be 15 miles running
Driving.
and 3 resistance sessions. Of course, at 45 or greater minutes.
I need to still Strava our workout this morning. 15 miles running and 3. Okay, that's a very respectable. Almost the same.
It just
Oh,
went
no.
up a little bit for mine. Just to, like, one upped it a little bit, but that's fine.
Oh yeah.
Just like one,
Exactly. 3 more miles
Yep.
and
one extra
one extra
session.
workout. 46 minutes apiece.
Okay, for me,
46, yeah.
I had 3 resistance training, no swim, 3 bike rides at a 1 hour piece. So I had a last minute
Did
cancellation.
Did you fail it because you swam?
Well, I did a swim for a bike because I had a cancellation so I could swim. So I had a cancellation of appointment, so I was allowed to swim on Tuesday. So I did swim, and instead I did not bike that 3rd hour. But I did my 3 resistance trainings. I got that. I failed Friday, but I got this morning in. So I don't hit the
all right.
superstar, but I hit a squad star. This next
Got a
week,
squad star.
this week, I will do, if one of you want to type it as I talk, 3 resistance training, 3 resistance training sessions, and I will superstar that if I go to CrossFit again next week. But I don't know.
That workout was so hard this morning. And we're in better shape than that last one that was
It
super
not
hard.
fair. I just wanted to die.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Do you guys only go once a week?
Just
or-
Saturday.
how
Usually
does
just
that work?
Saturdays, yeah. Otherwise, I
Do
just
you
do my
pay
own
for
stuff.
that? Do you pay for the individual, or how does?
Yeah, it's
$15
$15
a
bucks for a
session.
drop in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
once a
not
week,
bad.
not bad, and it's a good workout.
Not
Like
at all. Yeah.
it's 100% worth it. I hate it, but I always
All
feel
right,
good
so
after.
this week,
3 resistance trainings. I will not swim this week. Hopefully, I have an appointment that got canceled tomorrow. Got canceled again today, and rescheduled again tomorrow. Not my doing, but it got rescheduled again
So
tomorrow.
don't put no swim in your squad goals, because then if you swim, you fail that squad goal. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I guess don't put no swim. Just put
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Just say what you're going to do. Not what
3
you're not
bikes.
gonna
Say
do.
what you're gonna
3
do.
bike rides. Oh
I'm
boy.
not going to run 50 miles.
No, 2 bike rides for an hour and give me 1 run of 3 miles or greater. I haven't ran in a while.
Ooh,
That's gonna
you
be
haven't run it? Yeah,
that's gonna be a
nice.
tough one to do.
3 miles or greater.
I need to get
Okay.
Kink. You drop a vest off for me, if you can remember.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
A vest?
I'll throw it.
What
An
vest?
LED vest.
LED.
I can only run
Oh,
at when
yeah.
it's even if I ran in the morning, it's dark, and if I,
I
run
know.
at night, it's dark. So I need a vest.
I do
and
a headlamp. I have a high vis sweater, a headlamp, and then I have it's a reflection belt that I wear.
Nice.
So hopefully I don't
LED vest would be pretty cool.
die. But I'm
Nice.
gonna.
All right, this is all solid ones.
I don't
So
like.
what are we gonna do, everybody? We're gonna play some discipline in our lives this week. A little bit of accountability.
Active.
set
some
up
active,
early.
some
passive.
passive.
Now we have
Set up the
this-
structures.
We have the structure already. We should be good.
Set it up.
Set yourself up for success.
Unless I get sick, then I quit.
Then you're doing it anyway.
Ramekins.
Then I quit. Ramekin.
That's such a cool word.
Matt.
Word of the day, Ramekin.
I want to have another kid name him Ramekin.
It's actually not
Ramekin
bad.
Skywalker.
Wait,
Jack
that kinda
Reacher.
works.
Jack Reacher.
Do you get that reference, Sean?
I didn't.
It's from
I
Logan. Jack Reacher. Mark
Oh,
Norman.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure we'll try it here. Okay, the outro music is working. So you have been listening to Unlaced, a triathlon podcast. You can find
Thank
us
you guys for the
on
wonderful conversation.
Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. Just find us. Peace out. Bye.
See ya.
Say
Who's got the last word?
Me.
bye.